What's up, everybody? Welcome to a very, very special episode 50.
Very special!
The Big 5-0.
The Big 5-0 of the Burnout Brighter podcast. I am your host, Matt. I'm joined, as always, by Darren.
Hello.
And by Destiny.
Hey.
If you're new to the podcast, well, welcome for joining us on a big old 50. And this episode's going to be not unlike any other episode that we do.
I know, it's a big steaming 50.
It's a big steaming pile of 5-0.
Gross!
This week, we're actually recording this way in advance, like a month in advance,
Yeah,
more
like
than
6 weeks or something in advance.
Why are we doing it? Matt, why are we recording it way in advance?
Yeah, shit's changing.
Lots of things are
Lots
changing.
of things are changing. Right now, for anybody who's unaware, we've all been teaching here over in Korea together. The podcast started here. It grew here. It started to walk. It learned how to speak.
It's cursing now?
Yeah,
Its legs were broken a couple times by an old woman.
Yeah, we have a nemesis.
Yeah.
But Darren's going back home.
I am leaving Korea.
And where's home, Darren?
I'm going back home to Canada.
Canada. And today's Canada Day.
And today is Canada
Today,
Day.
oh my god, I forgot. I'm a terrible Canadian. I forgot today was Canada Day.
Yeah.
I like the type of Canadian you are, okay? Don't put yourself down.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we decided to record this way early because, like, for the foreseeable future, we're going to be doing these online
Yeah.
Yeah.
for pretty much Lord knows how long.
A while.
A while.
A while.
It's going to be a good long while. Destiny and I are slated to be here for another 8 months.
I don't like talking about it.
And then after that, I will also go back to the big old Canuck in the sky.
I will not be going to the Canuck.
Yeah. Well,
But you can
we'll
come
see.
visit the
I mean,
Canuck.
I'll be coming to visit,
Yeah.
obviously.
We can have
A reunion.
a CA podcast.
We should have a reunion on our 100th episode.
Yes, we should.
You know, it took us like a year to get to 50, right?
Yeah, but that gives me time.
That's true.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, so we decided that. So this episode is going to be all about the podcast. We're just going to be talking about, like, doing a bit of a retrospective, looking back at the past. Well, as of recording, this week's episode is going to be 44. So anything between 44 and 50,
We don't know.
we're not going to talk about it because my crystal ball broke.
Yeah. He used to be able to, like, see into the future because he was, like, a scryer, but, like,
Yeah.
fucked
A what?
up. A scryer. That's what a scryer does.
What's a scryer?
The ones who, like, look into the crystal ball.
Yeah.
Or look into, like, the...
That's what they're called?
Yeah.
I've never heard that word before.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I was a scryer.
You ever played Magic the Gathering and read a card that says, scry the top of your deck?
I did play Magic the Gathering. I don't remember the descriptions of
He
the
thought
cards.
he thought it was a typo. I'm no crier.
Yeah. I don't cry on my deck. So we're going to just do a bit of a retrospective. We're going to play some games. We're just going to hang out. We're going to have some fun.
I apologize in advance if there are tears. And I also apologize in advance if there are no tears.
Okay.
And I also apologize in advance if there are moans. Because that's what Darren does.
I don't
Darren-
apologize for that in
Darren
any way,
just-
shape, or
That would
form.
be weird without the Darren moans.
Well, they'll still be here.
They'll
They're
just
just going to
be-
be farther away.
Remote moans.
You're going to be able to, like, once he gets going, you'll be able to, like, pop a headphone out and just stop listening. And then come back in a few minutes later, like, you still moaning? Yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
See you in 2 minutes.
Just minutes straight.
Yeah. So,
Oh my god.
for the first time ever, I've actually prepared for the random questions.
That's
Wow.
ridiculous.
Because it's our 50th episode, inspired by when Mick was on and he asked us some great podcast-related episodes.
Those were some great
Podcast-related questions
Yeah.
about
Related
episodes. So what I have here is I have 10 questions, and Destiny and Darren don't know what the questions are, but I'm going to ask each of them.
Wait, what are you drinking?
Corn tea.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
No, I'm lying. I'm
Barley.
drinking right bar.
Yeah, no, you're
barley.
corn tea too. There's corn on there.
But this is.
It's
Barley.
the same
It's
shit.
not important. I just thought like some of us were drinking like huge glasses of alcohol, but nobody
No.
here is.
I'm drinking
Big old thing of
coffee.
whiskey.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
It's an earlier pot. We're recording a little earlier today.
Yeah.
Sorry, did you guys see that video on Reddit today of the two guys doing the podcast? And it's one of them's a comedian.
Bert Kreischer and
yeah.
Bob...
Josh Segura or something.
Yeah, I can't...
Anyways, I fucking died watching it.
Yeah.
So-
Burt Reynolds and
Burt
Tom
Reynolds?
Cruise.
Burt Reynolds and Tom. No,
It's Burt Kreischer
Kreischer.
and Tom Segura.
Anyways,
Okay.
they're doing this podcast, and they're just talking, and one of the guys has like this massive
Like half-gallon water bottle.
yeah, and he's like, oh, I'm just taking a quick drink of Kool-Aid. And then the other host absolutely loses it. Because he's actually drinking this like 60-ounce thing of Kool-Aid.
And it's like 10 a.m.
And it's like 10 a.m. And he's like, everybody was like, wow, he's drinking so much water. Good for him. There's so much sugar in this shit.
It's all
And they had
Kool-Aid.
So if 2 months from now, or a month and a half from now, when you hear this episode, good luck finding this. All right, so I have 10 questions. I'm going to ask Destiny and Darren these questions. I'm going to record their answers, and then we're going to come back to it.
Well, no, we're going to turn off the mic for this
Yeah.
and not record these questions.
Yeah, well, I meant like record as in write down.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what? I'm very confused.
Because you said we're going to record the questions. I'm like, what? We're
Like
not
I was going to record your answers.
Oh, okay. I'm like, we're recording the podcast. We're recording everything we're
Okay,
saying
we're
right
recording.
now.
Go.
Inception, recording and a recording.
Anyways, yeah.
Okay, question 1. Okay?
Okay.
And I have not like organized these at all.
Do we like buzz in?
No,
Or
I'm
you
going
like-
to ask you both.
Ooh.
You're both are going to give me an answer.
Okay.
And I'll give you the final answers after. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Right now, do rock paper scissors go see who goes first.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay.
Destiny wins.
Do you
Do
wanna
you
go
want to go
first
first or
or
second?
I'll go first.
Okay. So then we'll rotate. The second question you'll go first, etc.
Okay.
Okay.
I just want it to be known that I'm a motherfucking champion. All right.
And the thing is too is that I'm the one that does all like the episode titles and like the show notes and stuff. So like this is gonna be really funny for me, guys. Question 1: how many episode titles have the word game, gaming, gamer, games in them?
Oh, no.
And again, keep in mind that as of right now, there are 43 episodes. Okay?
Right.
45.
You're right.
Destiny says 45.
Okay. I'm going to say 38.
38. Okay.
And because I'm not a dick, I'm not going to say 39. I actually think you said 38 out of 44.
Yeah.
43.
Out of 43, because today's 44.
No, today's 50.
Today's
This
50.
week's will be 44.
Today's
It's not confusing at all.
Sunday, June 2019.
Yeah.
There are 30. I'm going to say 30.
Okay.
30.
Okay.
Okay.
Question 2. Okay. How many boys shows have there been?
Oh,
Um.
it's your turn.
Yeah. I'm going to think really, really quickly.
Does that include, like, the boy shows where it was just, like, you and another boy, not just that boy right there?
Yeah, do you mean one-on-one boy shows?
I counted the one-on-one boy shows only.
Only one-on-one boy
okay.
shows.
See, that's important.
Yeah, that is important.
Yeah, that is
because we
important.
have had a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was 4.
Okay.
I think it was 4.
I was going to say 4, too.
That's fine. We can have the
Yeah, you
same
got the
answer.
same answer.
Okay.
You don't have
Because
to
if
have
it's
different
right, it's right.
Yeah.
I was, because I know, like, wait a minute. How many times did I fight an old lady? Oh, wait, no, I'm getting it confused because one of those times I fought an old lady, you had more boys on.
Yeah.
It was super gay.
Ew.
Just kidding.
I mean,
I said 4.
All right. 4 on both. Number 3. Okay, this is a 3-parter, okay?
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. Part 1. And it's all related, that's why.
Okay.
How many episodes have we had guests on? Do you have first thing?
Does that include? Oh.
That would have to include, like,
That's a-
Chris and Madison and Devin.
Okay, so Devin twice.
I think it was twice.
Devin twice. Only
think-
because you said his name, he's not important. Devin twice. Madison twice. Because we did the big group thing, and then we had her on once here by herself.
And Chris,
Chris wasn't here that time that she came on. It was just her.
Right, but there was one that Chris was on by himself.
I thought there were 3 because you had a boys' night with
But I
Chris.
think one of those times was also a time that Devin was on. And
No, one time Chris was by himself because you weren't here.
yes.
Okay.
That was the first time Chris was on.
Yes, and then we did the one where we got the coronavirus and they were there, and then you did one where I wasn't.
We didn't
here.
get coronavirus.
I mean,
Coronavirus was happening.
It was happening. It was happening. I think he's been on 4 times.
Okay,
Chris.
so 4 plus
Devin
1.
2, Madison 2, Chris 4, James, Alistair
Mr.
twice, Mick,
And Fernando.
and Fernando. How many is that? Are you not counting my fingers?
No. I think 9, because I think we have to -1 because there was some overlap.
We have to do this again.
I'm going to say 9. That's my answer.
Okay.
I don't think it was 9. Okay. Devin, Madison, Chris,
I don't know.
James,
Alistair.
Okay, so that's 11.
Okay.
And then Mick.
Oh, God. I'm really under. I think I'm really under on this estimate.
Right? And I don't know, have we had anybody else?
I don't think so.
So I'll say 12. It might be 11. Because I really don't know how many times Chris was on.
12?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, the next part to this question, because this is all guest related, that's why.
Yeah.
Okay? The next part of this question, and this is like, again, like you can just answer it this, like, to answer them together.
Mm-hmm.
Which guest was first and on what episode?
It was Chris. Chris was our first guest.
Was Chris our first
Yes,
guest?
and it was when you were gone.
It wasn't Madison?
No, I thought it was Chris first. No, it was definitely Chris first. Because he was making jokes about being you.
Yeah, but I swear we had...
Madison
Madison
was after.
first.
I thought Madison was after.
No, or was Alistair our first guest?
Was Alistair our first guest?
I think Alistair might have been our first guest.
I think you're right. I think Alistair was our first guest. Alistair.
And what episode?
What episode?
I don't know. You're asking too many questions.
That's the point.
I want to say it's above 10. Like it's episode like 11 or 12 or something
Ooh, yeah.
like that.
I'm going to go with 11.
Yeah, I'm going to also say 11. Okay. We work that one out together.
That's fine. Okay.
Was Alistair our first
I
guest?
think... Nor was
I feel
Fernando our first guest?
Oh, shit.
I think Fernando was our first guest.
Fernando came on. I think Fernando was our first
I'm
guest.
changing our answer to Fernando. Fernando.
Okay, Fernando?
Yes.
And
Still 11?
No.
It must
was
have-
it 11? It was
earlier.
after. No. Okay, so when did we start the podcast? In September? September. It was after December because we talked about it with him there, and then he did it after we came back.
yeah. So that would have to be higher then. That would
Yeah.
be like episode like 20
Yeah.
or something like that.
I'm going to say 18.
18?
18?
Yeah.
I'm going to say 20.
Okay. Question 4. As I title the episodes, for the longest time, the Burnout Brighter podcast came first in the title, followed by whatever we were talking about that week.
Okay.
I switched those
I
at a
don't
certain
know.
point.
No. I don't know.
did you switch?
What episode did I switch them?
I don't fucking know. Because I don't pay attention to the titles. I don't know.
I think that I have not looked at
He
this
doesn't
page
even
enough.
listen to them. So how's he gonna? Maybe he switched it when he switched over to Snow Pea. What the fuck ever? What's the thing?
Podbean.
Podbean.
It's in the same legume family.
Yeah. Yeah. When did we do that? Like a month or two ago?
Yeah, do you think it was that late? I think maybe he started switching them earlier than that.
I don't know. I think he probably started switching them when he switched everything over.
It'll be like episode like 30 or something like
Yeah,
that.
like 30, 31.
I'm gonna say 30.
I'll say 31.
Okay. D31, Darren 30.
These are really stupid hard.
I like it.
Okay.
I want to know.
Okay, next one. Okay, and again, keep in mind, this was not the most amount of research. I feel like this one there's something wrong here, but I couldn't find it without going back to listening to all of them.
Okay.
So we're going based off my
Oh my
thinking.
god, are you gonna do something? Okay.
No, hold on. From the show notes and from the titles, you have both hosted once.
Yeah.
What episodes?
Oh no, I've hosted more than once.
I know, but I could only find it in the show notes when I was looking through once.
Well, I know I hosted the Black Lives Matter one.
Right.
And I hosted one much earlier.
Yeah,
on.
I couldn't remember which one it was, and I couldn't go through them fast enough.
I don't know the one. I don't know what number it is, but I read a whole thing like in the beginning.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. What's the question?
What episode number
did you host?
42.
Okay.
Because that was the Black Lives
Yeah.
Matter one.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then what other one do you host?
See,
I don't know
couldn't
the
find
other
I couldn't find the other one. So that's what I mean. I know you've hosted more than once.
I've hosted at least 3 times.
You've hosted 2 or 3 times for sure.
Yeah.
I just couldn't remember. I couldn't find the other one quick enough. That's why.
I know the only time I've ever hosted was on Matt, your gaming history.
Right.
And that was pretty early.
Okay.
That was like
One of the first
second
few
or
episodes.
third.
It wasn't second or third. It was after
No, because
our
wasn't I
gaming
sick?
histories.
I got super sick. No, my gaming history was late, right? It
was
wasn't
it?
before.
Was it after Matt's? I think Matt was the last. I think Matt was the last one to do his gaming history.
Was he?
I think you got sick and you did yours, or we did mine. When you were sick, we did mine. And
you were the last one to do your gaming history.
I was the first gaming history episode.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
I still think yours was pretty early. I'm gonna say episode
8?
8. Actually, yeah, I was gonna say episode 8.
Okay. Question 6. How many episodes went over an hour and a half?
Most of them.
No, most of them end at like 118,
Oh yeah, you're right.
120. I know the last one you almost went at 127. Our first one, I think our first one went over.
It was
130 or over.
Yeah, so our first one was like, I think one like 145, or it was like really long. Our first episode.
Does that include the ones that I wasn't here on? Because I don't know.
Yeah, I think it would have to.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
out of all
Out of
the
all-
episodes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know for sure one, and I think one time, when you guys get together, you talk a lot, and it goes over.
About a lot of useless stuff.
Yeah, so I'm going to say 3, because I know you try to watch it, but...
I definitely don't know.
I think, like...
Because
I know our first one was pretty long.
I look very quickly and I'm like, oh, look, the episode was posted. Fun! And,
And you, liked, and then you move on with your life.
and I'm... How many did you say?
I said 3. Because usually he tries to make sure that they're under.
I do still think it's more than 3, though. I think I'm going up, up, up.
Okay. How up are you going?
I'm going up to 12.
Okay.
Damn, that's a lot. I don't think we went over an hour and 30 minutes and 12.
That's a little over a quarter of our episodes.
Yeah, I don't think we... Well, we'll find out.
We'll find out. Okay, question 7. What was the launch date of the podcast?
Oh no!
It was hot. It was in the summer.
Yeah.
Not when did we record, when did we launch?
Wait, what do you mean?
When was the first episode posted? The date.
Okay.
The week after we recorded.
Yeah, it was definitely hot, but I don't think it wasn't
It was
the
in the
summer.
summer.
I
It
think
was the summer.
Was
No,
it?
it was the summer.
It wasn't like September.
No, I think it was the summer.
How many weeks ago? What? How many weeks ago?
I think it was like towards I think it was like in August is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think you're. Yes. Yes.
It was in, like,
You are very
August.
right, because I remember us meeting. Like
Yeah.
me and Matt went to like a bar and it was like hot outside.
Yeah, it was super fucking hot.
It was in August.
Yeah, it was hot.
It was.
it was hot.
It was like.
And then we recorded here, and it was super hot.
I think it was like mid-August,
Yeah, I don't know. The 3rd week of August.
which was.
Throw out a date.
Can I look at my phone?
I feel like that's fair.
Can I look at my phone?
I'll tell you. Hold on. I'll tell you. I'll pull it up.
All right.
What? Tell
He's
us,
afraid
like,
for you to look at your phone because
Yeah.
you might sneak and look at
what are the-
The 3rd week of August would have been the week of the 19th.
Okay, the 19th.
That sounds like a good estimate, and
It
I'm
was
going.
either that week or the week after.
Yeah, I think.
So you say the 19th, and I'll say the date for the week after.
Hey now.
What? One of us is going to be right. I hope.
Fine, 19th, and then what's the week after?
The week after would be the 26th.
It's 26th. Okay.
I really think it's the 26th.
Okay, you want to switch?
We don't have to switch.
I'm switching it
Please
down.
double down.
Okay.
All right.
Double down on 26th.
Okay. What number was the last podcast of 2018? Not 2018, sorry, 2019.
Negative 12.
Yeah. What episode was the last one of 2019?
What episode number?
Yeah.
You can't do that because we missed some weeks.
I
I'm going to
can
fuck you up.
I can make an estimate. Because 4 plus 4 plus
27.
4.
27, okay.
Wait, so January, February, March, April, May, June. That's 6 times 4 is 24 minus 2 is 22 minus
I don't know what math you're doing right
I
now.
don't know what
like
math
January,
you're doing
February, I'm
there.
like,
minus.
Wait, just do it up. We didn't miss any podcasts up until the fucking. Okay, so if we started in August, and that's one podcast, and then what? September would be what? 4. So that's what? 5.
I don't know.
September we did 4.
Yes.
And then September, October we did 4. So what is that?
I don't know.
11. But no,
I'm not
but
following.
It's 9. No, look, we did one. Listen, we did one
I'm not
podcast
following.
in August. We have one down. All right.
Okay.
So then we do 4.
So September,
a month.
October, November, December.
Yeah.
4 times 4, 12.
Yeah, plus
Plus-
1.
4 times 4?
4 times 4 is 16.
Yes, plus 1.
17.
4 times 4, 12.
Okay, so let's do 17.
17. I want to say 18.
Okay, so D, you're saying
Just to
17?
be-
You wanted to double down on the 26, and now you want to do 18?
I don't. 17 doesn't speak to me.
Okay. I have 2 questions left, okay?
All right.
Which episode was online first? What episode number was our first online podcast?
Why was it number
Oh,
1?
like, you mean like someone had to Skype in?
No. The first episode that we were all online for. Like, we were like...
Oh, it
we
was
did
during
it- we did-
coronavirus.
we did it-
During the
Oh,
coronavirus.
like-
Like
Remote.
we
Our
remote,
first
yeah,
remote
our
podcast.
first remote podcast.
First remote podcast would have been in March.
Yeah.
So now, January, February, March.
So we have...
3 times 4, 12 plus 17. Or like 12 plus
Is it 12
18.
plus 7? Is it 12 plus 18?
I guess I'm going to do 12 plus 18.
So it's 30?
So it'd be 30.
Okay, you both saying 30?
I'm going to say 29.
Okay.
There we go. I'll say 30.
My last question. Which guest was on the most?
I think we both cleared it up. It was Chris.
Chris.
Yeah, Chris.
Okay. So, going back to question 1. How many episode titles have the words game in them? Okay.
Yeah.
D said 38. Darren said 30. The correct answer was 16.
What?
Whoa.
Really low.
Yeah, that was really low.
I'm glad we're not stereotyping ourselves too hard.
Yeah. Okay, so
I'm happy about that number.
so we'll do Price is Right rules. Whoever's closest without going over.
Okay.
That'll get a point.
okay, so none of us get points.
None
for
of
that.
you get points to that. Okay.
Okay.
Number 2, how many boys shows? You both said 4. That answer was right.
Yeah.
But
yes!
the one asterisk, the only other, there were actually 5.
Yeah.
The 5th one was a spoiler cast for Control, which I didn't count because
That's
it wasn't
fair.
an official episode.
Yeah.
It wasn't
okay.
a numbered episode.
Yeah, okay.
So the real answer is 4, but we've done 5.
Right. Okay.
Okay? How many episodes have we had guests? Okay? D said 12, Darren said 9. Okay? We've had 8 guest episodes.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
wow. There was more double up. I
Who
guess.
was... Yeah, we had a bunch of...
like doubled up?
Yeah,
people.
we had Kristen Madison on together. We had Madison on once. We had Devin on once. We had
Then Chris and Devin together,
Yeah.
and we had like all
yeah,
of them
and then
together.
Al's been on twice so far.
Oh,
Wait,
boy.
wait. I'm confused. We had...
Okay, hold on.
Even if they doubled up...
I'll pull Spotify. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, wait. Let me finish this.
Okay,
Let me finish this
okay,
first,
okay.
okay? Because this ties in.
Yeah.
The next part of it was who was first. You guys both said Fernando.
Yeah.
It was Al.
Oh my
Al was our
god.
first guest
But we said Al first.
We said Al first. We changed
on
it. I second guessed
episode
it.
13.
What did we say?
You guys said D said 18. You said 20. So when you were
That's
first,
really late. In hindsight, I don't know why I guessed that high.
okay. So
Well, I guess because we're thinking it was Fernando.
for
so
guests,
yeah,
Yeah.
it's high
from
for
going
Fernando.
going through it, our first one was Al in 13, right?
Yeah.
The next time we had a guest on would have been Fernando, which
So
is
he was
one,
number
which
two.
was
Okay.
22.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We were in the right ballpark for Fernando's as the
yeah,
answer.
yeah.
Chris came on for 23.
Yeah.
So we're up to 3.
Yeah.
Right? Hold on. Madison joined in for 26.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 4.
Okay.
Chris and Madison came back for Fun with Friends. That was the coronavirus one.
Do we count the friends as guests too?
I just counted guest episodes. That's what I mean.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I think I thought of that question wrong.
Yeah, like I just meant like...
I was thinking of how many times each person had been on.
No. I'm sorry. Maybe that was my... I just meant like
That's
how many
why I was
episodes had a
confused,
guest
'cause I was
on.
like, that doesn't make sense. She's been on twice. He's
Yeah,
been
yeah.
on this many times.
Yeah.
That's why I was counting.
So
it
Fun
like
with
that.
Friends. Chris and Devin joined on 31. Devin was on 33. Al was on 34. And then we didn't have another guest on until James, which was 39.
Okay.
And Mick on 40.
Right. I am sorry, Alistair. I
I'm
second
so
guessed you.
sorry. I didn't second guess you, but then I second guessed because he second guessed.
You guys
I
second guessed
spoiled your
together,
brain.
Yeah. Okay. What episode? So on that one,
Second guess it. I don't know.
hold on. Episode 13 was how many episodes did we have guests? You both were over.
Yeah.
Okay,
no
and then
points.
you were both over on what guest number?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we thought it was Fernando.
Yeah.
Question 4 was what episode did the naming change?
Mm-hmm.
This was really funny
Yeah.
because the answer was 32,
Yeah.
and D said 31, and you said 30. So
So
D
D gets the point.
edged you out there.
Damn.
And it was when we
you
switched
switched, I
services.
knew it. I knew it.
Yeah. Question 5. You guys, again, both hosted. I know you've hosted more, but just from what I was looking. Darren, and this is actually kind of really funny just looking at it. Darren hosted 14,
it was that late.
episode 14, and you hosted 41 was the Black Lives Matter episode.
Oh, I
14
thought
and
it was 42.
41.
Oh.
Yeah. I know you've hosted more, but I couldn't find it fast enough.
Yeah.
So you guys were both like pretty much on. Question 6. How many episodes went over an hour 30? D said 3. Darren said 12. The correct answer was 10. 10 episodes have gone
damn
over
it.
130.
Wow.
It was high, but you get the point.
You get the
I
point
went over.
because he went over.
Oh.
Damn it.
Yeah. First podcast launch date. D said August 19th. Darren said August 26th. September 1st was the launch date.
Oh.
Because we recorded in August.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
posted in September.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys were so close. We recorded because like you and I spoke when you got back from your trip.
Yeah, I knew it was in August.
Yeah.
Like when we
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so Darren gets a point for that one. Number 8, what number was the last podcast of 2019? D said 17. Darren said 18. It was 18.
Damn.
It was 18. Okay.
My crazy math worked out.
Which episode was online
You were
first?
counting my fingers when you went on 18. You didn't do any math.
What episode was online first? Darren said 30. D said 29. 27.
Oh, we both went over.
And which guest was on most? You guys are both right with Chris.
It's crazy to me that our online episode was that much earlier because it doesn't feel like that much time has passed, in my opinion, between the online episodes.
Well, that was
and now.
mid-February.
Yeah. That's weird to me.
Mid-February would have been our first. It was like mid to late February.
These
or something.
past few months have gone by so quickly.
Yeah. So then official tally, Darren got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. Destiny got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. You guys tied.
Good game!
You guys fucking tied. That is so funny.
Bet you weren't expecting that.
I did not
were.
expect you guys to tie. I
Who
was.
did you think was gonna win?
I don't know. I didn't know who I thought was gonna win. It's just funny that you tied out.
Honestly, if I put my money on anyone, it would probably be you because I think you just
Yeah,
pay
because you
attention
actually
to things
listen
more.
and pay
Yeah.
attention more.
I'm glad I got the one right where you switched over. I was like, no, that makes the most sense. He would switch it over because it was
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
platform.
You
I
got
had-
the reason right too.
Yeah, I had a bit of fun coming up with these questions. I was trying to do it like just based off like looking on Spotify off the show notes and stuff.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah, the Alistair one, I was sitting here and I was just like, oh my god, you guys were so close because you were like, Alistair, like episode 12? And then you were like, no, Fernando. And I was like, all right, bye.
Yeah, out to lunch on that one.
Yeah, so that was a nice little...
I thought, you know what? I really did second guess myself after you said it because I was like, yeah, didn't Alistair say something about he really liked them? And he did, but he wrote it and then you told us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why it was like in my head, no, Alistair listened to that. And then he commented on it,
Yeah.
but not on the show.
Yeah. Yeah, NASA space scientist Alistair was our first guest.
Superb.
Fuck, guys. So we've been doing this we're coming up on our year pretty soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 months.
2 months. Well, at 50, it would only be 2 weeks from the future because 50 is this episode. So when this goes up, it will be 2 weeks from now.
No, it won't. We're only on. Okay,
It'll
right.
be
okay,
it'll be 3 weeks.
Okay.
Because this should go up in August.
Right.
beginning of
Around
August.
around
Yeah,
the.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Fucking me up, Darren.
You met me on that one. You got my logic. That's how we know that we're growing, is you're starting to understand my logic now.
What the fuck were you doing going January, February, March, April, May, June, July, 6 times 4? What was the thought process there?
The question had something to do with December. So I was counting how many podcasts did we do in the new year.
Oh,
and then
I
going
see.
to subtract from the total.
yeah,
I was like, we didn't do any podcasts
He was
in
like
January.
doing backwards math or something.
Yeah, I was doing I was like,
I thought you were counting like 2019, and I was just like, we did no podcasts
That's why I was like, why are you doing it from that point? We didn't miss any podcasts.
I made it way more complicated.
Yeah.
It's because I wasn't sure about when
and then
we
you
started
got the
in
answer
August.
right anyways.
Yeah.
Even though I did the math.
Yeah. Well, so, like, what the fuck, guys? We've been doing this for coming up on a year now.
Yeah.
Where this is our 50th episode.
It's crazy.
Darren, share with us some thoughts and feelings. How do you feel? How has doing this podcast been? What are your emotions like?
Man, this podcast has been so much fun to do. To just talk about. What are you laughing at?
Genuine. You're like, man, it's been so fun to do.
Okay, like, I have a problem when I talk. Like, genuinely, like, I have a problem that when I talk and I say anything, it automatically sounds sarcastic.
I've never thought that about you.
Really?
Really?
When I was in high school, I hosted this event. Mm-hmm. It was like an award ceremony for the school. And I was like a theater kid, and I was really active in like the theater group and the film group. And they're like, well, Darren, like, you should host. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll host. This will be great. I've never hosted anything before. This will be so much fun. And I was a terrible host. Because anytime
Were you trying to act like a host?
I don't know. I don't know what I was trying to do.
My name's Darren Boulay, and welcome to our school event.
Welcome.
But, like, I would try and, like, praise the people that came on or, like, praise what was happening. And I really did not sound genuine, and I sounded really sarcastic. And like, there was one girl that was like, she was in my grade, and she was playing piano as like interludes between things. And like, she'd finish, I'd be like, "Wasn't that the most beautiful piano?"
Because
you've
it doesn't
ever heard?
sound genuine. That's why. It's like you studied those people who do the parades. Oh God, Jan, this year it's just great. Look at the turkey. Look at the girls in their dresses. They just look beautiful. It's like you studied that.
And I swear, I'm not trying to do that. That's just what comes when I'm talking. I don't know.
He's a white guy host.
Well, here today on the baseball pitch, we have a good game. We got Chris on left field, and it's a beautiful morning for to hit the old rubber ball.
The corns.
The ball's not made out of rubber.
The corns in the field, and the crows are away. Let's get this ball game going.
My sporty friend. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But no, like, well, now I can't. Now no matter what I say, I know it's not gonna sound because, like, okay, I'm also.
You sound really genuine right now.
I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah, just, you know.
Why did you take a step back?
I don't know.
He's like, I guess that's good.
Because I'm really happy, but I'm also like, maybe I have just like an emotional barrier up because I'm trying to like not, I don't know.
Cry.
I don't want to cry, and like this is my last day in Korea and everything. So like, I as you know from episodes of the podcast, I think I've been very, very honest about my feelings about things, and I think I've been very like open about myself, and I think that this has been like really helpful for me as a way of like working through my emotions and just like talking about how much video games means to me. And like, I know I'm just some like random dude on the internet among a sea of random dudes with their own podcasts, and like, so like if anybody has listened to this podcast, I'm sorry I keep hitting the damn table. If anybody has listened to this podcast, like, just know how much it means to me that you gave it a listen, because this, I think, has been, like, really, really therapeutic for me.
Aww.
I agree.
See, that sounded mad genuine.
Thank you.
We just had to tear the wall down.
Yeah, look at those feelings going.
What have been some of your favorite moments, Darren?
I think one thing, this is not like a specific favorite moment, but I've been thinking about it. I think how much we've grown as a group of 3 people, like talking to each other and understanding our feelings and our emotions and like our intentions behind our words. Because I still remember our first few podcasts. I fought with you, Destiny, so many times on so many different topics. And I think it's just because I didn't understand what you meant sometimes, or like we just like.
Yeah, we clashed a lot more in the beginning.
Well, it's also because like you guys didn't know each other that well.
Yeah.
Right? It wasn't even just like
I didn't know where you were coming from. I didn't know like and sometimes like you'd ask a question and I'd be like, is she like attacking me or something like that? I'm like, no. And like now I know that. And like so like one of my favorite moments is literally just getting to spend more time with you. And like our friendship growing and like just getting to understand you better. And like I think watching that friendship grow has been one of my best moments.
For real though, no, but for me too, like you guys, I really appreciated that you guys, because of you guys arguing and pushing each other, you pushed me to be a better host too. Because like there were times where I was like, all right guys, and there were times where I was like, no, this is good, keep going.
Yeah. Well, and because like I can't remember what podcast, but it was only like an episode, like a few episodes ago, where we did have a little bit of an argument, but like it felt like a constructive argument rather than when we started where I was like, I don't like this.
Yeah. And you guys, like, we've really have grown a lot.
Yeah.
And like even just our abilities to hold conversations and to pick up on each other and like even just to play off of each other has like, I feel like we've gotten a lot better with it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And even just like you said, Darren, taking a second to like listen to each other and then like I feel like we've gotten a lot better. What about you, Destiny? How's the podcast been?
It's been great. It's been like, I don't know, like I don't talk about it that often like outside of work, but when people are like, oh my god, why didn't you tell me you were on a podcast? And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm on a podcast. Because I guess for a long time, even in the beginning, I felt like it wasn't like I was a guest every time we did the show.
Right.
Because I'm a gamer, but I'm way more casual than you guys are. Even though I love...
What?
I was trying very hard to put the glass down quietly.
Docking to the door.
But I don't feel like that anymore. And you guys never actually... It was never you. It was like my own personal view. And I think that's why I got really upset that one time where when What's-His-Face was like, you don't play like those kind of games. Because I already kind of felt out of place. Because you guys are like hardcore gamers.
Yeah.
Well, like yeah.
More than me. It's
Yeah.
like if we were doing a comparison. But I just feel like you've always taken my opinion like and seriously like considered what I had to say about everything, and I thought that was really great. And I would say my favorite episode and the hardest episode was the Black Lives Matter episode, and it really just showed me, not that I ever doubted that you guys cared, but it showed me on another level that you really do care about me and what I'm going through. And I was just so happy that you guys let me use the platform for that. And it's been really rough, like the past couple of months. And the podcast has always been like a bright spot for me. Like anytime I'm here, I'm usually like happy and we're talking or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think the other podcast that made me realize that like no matter how we're feeling towards each other personally, we'll do the work. We put the podcast first is when like I think I said something or you said something, it was outside and we were angry with each other.
Yeah.
And then you like apologized and it was like whatever. And we did the podcast and I don't think anybody would have known
Yeah.
No.
that we had an
No.
argument. Like
Yeah.
we kept it so professional.
Yeah.
And that made me realize like even outside stuff, we don't let it affect. And this whole thing is very important to all of us.
Yeah.
We all take it very seriously.
Yeah.
One of the first moments that like I was like, fuck, like this is gonna be like, it's one of those like, it was one of our very first, no, it was our very first like make or break moment was the second podcast
Where we lost all the
Where we
footage.
lost-
where
stuff.
we were drinking while we were doing it, finished,
Oh my god.
and immediately realized we lost everything. And it was like 10 o'clock. We were all working the next day. We were all tired. And we all kind of looked at each other and were like, again. And that podcast is still by far our worst podcast.
Yeah, absolutely.
Given the circumstances, the fact that it was still okay.
Yeah.
Because, especially for us, knowing what the original number 2 was and how good it was, like, that was one of those moments where I was like, literally, like, when I saw it, we deleted it, and I was just like,
oh no.
I was sitting there and I was
think
like,
you were like afraid to say anything.
I was, because I was like, are we really going to miss our second week? You know what I mean? Like, consistency, especially with podcasts, is so important.
It's really important.
Right? So, like, I was like, fuck, like, they're going to want to go home. And, like, we're going to have to either scramble to do this tomorrow or you know what I mean? And
I did. I wanted to go.
None of us wanted to record again. But all of us were like,
we got to do it.
here we go.
Yeah.
And it was like, that for me was like one of those moments where I was just like, okay. You know what I mean? Like, okay. Like, I think we can do this.
Yeah. We are, we're not just colleagues here. We are friends.
I think
We are
family.
We are family.
Darren just upgraded us.
Yeah.
We are
were
super family.
associates,
Yeah.
but now we're casual friends.
We shared an office space. Now we share a locker.
And I know we've said this before, but I do want to reiterate. I cannot picture this podcast without you, Destiny. I really can't.
Why are you trying to make me cry?
No, but for real though, like, I've talked about doing this show for so long.
Yeah.
And then we were kind of like, me and Darren talked about it for a while, but like, it was always, I knew it was always going to be like my thing first. You know what I mean? Like it would take me to get the ball rolling. And you came to Korea and I was like, okay, now he's here. But like, until we met and we started getting close, and the closer we got, there was always like there's something missing about us starting the show. And as we got closer, as I was like, I'll never forget walking with Senna, and I was like quiet for a couple minutes, and she's like, what are you thinking about? I'm like, I think we need Destiny. But you know, like, it was one of those moments where I was just like, and then as soon as I said it out loud, I was like, yeah. Like that's it. Like that's like there was something missing in my mind, like when I was trying to put the pieces together to start the show. And again, like as we got closer and as I got to know you more, I was like, we need somebody to balance us out. We need somebody who's strong and powerful and who's never you will never ever back down from something that's important.
There are so many friggin' dudes just talking about AAA games and podcasts. Like, we need you and the games that you're interested in
and
to
it's like,
provide that
Right.
offset.
it's
right?
a different perspective, but it was like, I was just like, and then I said to Darren, I was like, Darren, I figured it out. I was like, are you ready to start a podcast? He was like, well, yeah, I've been kind of waiting. And I was like, we need Destiny. And then the thing is, we talked while you were gone, right? And I was like, okay, I'm going to talk to her this day. I'm so excited. And then your flight got canceled. I was like, all right, she's coming back this day. And then I got fucked again. I was like, all right, then she's coming back this day. Okay, she's here, but she's very tired. And then, like, he kept asking me, he's like, did you talk to her yet? Did you talk to her yet? And I was like, she's not here. And then, like, I'll never forget us sitting in that restaurant
Cafe.
together.
Yeah.
Well, before even the restaurant.
We went to
before the
Mexican
cafe.
food.
We went to Mexican food. Remember?
okay.
Because I was like, I'm going to talk to Destiny tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And we started talking, and you were like, fuck, all right. Fuck it, let's do it. And then I was walking home, and I called Darren. I was like, Darren, Destiny said no. And he was like, are you serious? Oh, man, what are we... And I was like, no, I'm just fucking playing.
I was really fucking sad when I said you said no. I was.
No,
Yeah.
I thought it was a great idea.
Yeah.
Because I like gaming. And honestly, you guys never made me feel bad about the games that I like to play. So
But you shouldn't, because you play fun games.
Yeah.
okay, so really quickly, I recorded this little thing and I want to give it to you. I don't know if you guys saw it. I posted on my Facebook. I was playing this game with Natasha. Actually, she was playing it because I was too scared to play it. But
What game was it?
I don't know. It was part of that pack, the Black Lives Matter pack that was like
For the Humble Bundle?
Yeah.
From
Not
Itch.io.
that it
Oh,
was-
Itch.io.
yeah.
Itch.io. Okay.
So it's this game and it's a horror game and you know I can't stand horror games. So like she's walking through and like she only has this fucking candle and she's walking through like this like corridor, and then she gets to this place where she has to turn off the steam, and we don't know what the fuck is happening when we turn off the steam. And then she'll start walking, and you'll hear like this creepy sound like and I'm like, run, Natasha, run, it's coming. I was so scared. You guys, I'm gonna post this on our fucking
Instagram
Facebook, and
Facebook.
Dude, I am screaming.
Oh, I can't
And I'm like,
wait to hear
Natasha,
this.
you're gonna fucking die. And she's like, why are you telling me I'm gonna die? I'm like, if you don't ever return, I'm so scared.
Yeah.
But, I like this. I feel like being on this podcast has pushed me to play other games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because I know, like, for a while you guys were playing, like, Death Stranding, and I knew, like, those games take a lot of time. So it pushed me to try to broaden my horizons and play other things, and I really want to thank you guys for that, because I've discovered some beautiful art styles, some wonderful stories, and games I probably never even would have fucking looked at had it not been for the podcast. So yeah,
For real, but yeah, no, seriously, Darren, to echo, like seriously, we could never have done this without you.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm glad that you feel, because it was like, for me, it was like that, like, you know, this is us. You know what I mean? It's always been us. And it always will be us. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I'm glad that you feel like, not like part of it finally, right? Because it's like, but like comfortable and like safe and shit, because like, you should never feel bad about whatever games you're playing. You should never feel bad about voicing your opinion. You should never feel bad about any of that.
Yeah. And it goes both ways. You've broadened our horizons too. He's tried to get me to play Final Fantasy XIV for so long, and I say no pretty much every single
I'm so
time.
glad you're playing it now.
And
Not only is he playing it, he's subscribing to it.
And
I'm
he
going to
told me
subscribe
it's
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I say no all the time. And it wasn't until you started talking about, like, yeah, I liked MMOs. There's like, and you were telling me, you had conversations with me, like, yeah, there's like, these are what you can do. These are the good things. These are all the things you've learned. I'm like, okay, maybe there's actually something fun here, and I like it. and yeah, so. But Matt, what are some of your favorite moments?
Honestly, like I said, episode 2 is going to like live on for me as like one of those like defining ass moments. Because like, I don't know, outside of even just re-recording it, I remember us like sitting there and like making the same jokes and like pretending we didn't know what the other person was going to say and being like, oh yeah, what, really?
Yeah.
You picked that? No way. Like we were trying so hard to seem genuine. And this is like Darren and that poor pianist all over again. It was just like, that's a good choice, Destiny. Like, and like, but I
loved it from the start, though.
Yeah,
like,
they did.
They, you know, I think that was something that was really amazing. Like, people really like our podcast, and to me, it's kind of mind blowing. Like when you're,
yeah, I was gonna say you had your first fangirl moment.
that
Amelia.
was weird.
Oh yeah, Amelia was
That
here.
was
Yeah.
so-
Yeah, shout out to Amelia.
Yeah, shout out to Amelia. Thank you. She's like, oh my God, I love you. And I was like, man, if we ever blow up, I am going to freak out when we have fans run up. I'm going to be like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. And it's like, there's been a lot of like little moments for me. Like, I was on Instagram the other day and I was just like, I was scrolling through people's stories and I saw our podcast come up for like a friend. She's a friend of mine. We haven't been close in a while. And Colleen, if you're listening, shout out. But I saw she linked our Black Lives Matter episode in
What?
her story. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's fucking amazing.
And it's just like, it's one of those things where it's just like completely unprompted. Like, and it's just like, it's little things like that now that I'm just like, and like I'm thinking about shit and be like, oh, like we could do shit like this or we could do shit like this. And it's just like, I'm so proud of us because like, I feel like we easily could have stumbled at a lot of different points.
Yeah.
And it's not that we haven't made mistakes, and it's not that we haven't fucked up, and it's not like we haven't like said shit we shouldn't have said, and like you know what I mean. But we never ever let that slow any of us down. We always took that as a let's learn from this and keep going.
Let's do better next time.
Exactly.
Let's keep going.
And it's like I'm really proud of what we've done, and I'm really proud of like, and it's little things like for me like. That we've settled into this like 118 to 120 mark without even trying anymore.
Yeah.
It's things
like clockwork.
Yeah, it's things like just being like, shit, guys, I can't think of what to talk about this week. And you guys are like, okay, what about this, this, and this? And it's just like, we've always picked up each other's shit at every turn.
We support each other very well.
Yeah, and like it's been super awesome. And like for me, like this has been a dream of mine for I can't even remember how long. And like to finally, and again, like even when I left Canada, like I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And again, like it wasn't until the three of us were in a room together that I was like, this is it.
Yeah, you can actually.
We have really good chemistry.
Yeah, like this is it. And I can only hope that we're gonna continue to get bigger and better. And you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, we are.
And like, I have like fantasies about us doing like live shows and shit one day of like us sitting there at a table and like Darren sitting there and Destiny sitting there behind like a box so nobody can see her, and then me like.
She's a mystery. We don't know what she looks like.
She's just gonna be like this like shadow silhouette.
I know,
like,
I'm so weird. I'm sorry. I just get nervous.
You should be like Sia and like put like hair in front of your face.
Oh my
and no one
God,
knows what
I
you
totally
look like.
oh my god, different wigs every time.
Oh, different wigs, different fucking helmets.
Yeah.
Daft Punk up in here.
Yeah. And you know what's really funny? And it wasn't until Mick's episode that I had this realization. But like, I've been listening to the podcast for a long time. Like, the guys are kind of funny and like the Comedy Button and different places. But I've always been like something will come up and I'll be like, I remember when they said that. And they'll be like, when did I say that kind of thing? Like, they're having a conversation. And it wasn't until Mick started asking us questions about what we said on the podcast that I'm like,
Who said that?
yo.
I don't remember this conversation.
When there is over 40 hours of us talking online, and I can't remember 98% of it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I always thought when I was like, I'm gonna remember what we talk about, and like, sure, I remember in like broad strokes, but like to be like,
I've forgotten what some of our shows were even about.
Yeah. I like
Fair.
black out through half of these. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, what did we even talk about an hour ago?
but it's just like it's so funny to me, and like seeing like Al and Aaron and the guys being like, yo, this week's show is awesome, like this was funny and this was great, and like you know what I mean? And especially early on when they were like, this was not so great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just like learning and like I'm really proud of I've gotten better with hosting, especially since the start, and I'm excited to continue to grow because there's still a lot of room.
Yeah.
But like I'm super stoked for like some of the shit that we have coming. I'm super stoked for like, and the thing is, it's like for me now, especially as we get closer to 50 and stuff, I want to branch out more. Like I want to get more smaller devs on the show. I want to get, you know, like I want to get more.
Still got to get Justin on the show. He said he's willing, but like,
Yeah,
it's been kind of
been
crazy.
hectic, yeah. And like even like now, like especially Destiny, and it's not like I didn't think about it, but like when you hosted the Black Lives Matter episode, and there's like hearing you talk about everything, it's like I'd love to spotlight more Black creators and more, you know, more people of color creators, right? And like, and to have them onto the show with us and have meaningful conversations, right? Like we have plenty of dumb episodes, but like these important episodes, because like you said, the Black Lives Matter episode is one of our best episodes, and it's one of my favorites because like you crushed it, and it's not like I hadn't thought about it before, but it wasn't until like really just hearing you talk about it that I was like, we do have a bit of a platform, and we do need to do more. You know what I mean? And it's just
We have
like
the opportunity to host so many different voices.
exactly, and that's so important, right? Especially to people to like, and just even like it's shit like The Last of Us has come out now, right? And it's just like there's so much vitriol around the game, but like there's little moments that like I think need to be spotlight. I was reading this post on Reddit about how, and like one of the things with the game is it has the main character is an LGBTQ plus protagonist, right? And of course there are a bunch of man babies online pissing and crying about it, but like I was reading this exchange. This person posted an exchange that she had with her cousin, she or he. I can't remember the gender, or it's not like it matters. But they were basically saying that like their whole family has accepted them as being LGBTQ plus, except a small subset of her family, and her cousin was one of the people who like didn't accept them for who they were, and they played the game and they messaged them being like, "Hey, I just finished The Last of Us, and it's like, I don't think I properly understood what you were going through, and like, I want to do better. So like, I'm sorry for the way I treated you, and like, I'm with you." And it's just like, it's one of those tiny moments that like, it's amazing, and I don't think those stories get told enough. And I think that like
they don't.
and like it's these things that like representation matters, and like to hear people online being like, why did you do this? Why you have a black character? It's like, fuck you, shut up, play the game.
It's, can I just say something personal?
Yeah.
It's really, okay, so, like, I think it's important that we do bring them on because it is really hard to discuss that, like, coming out to your parents and all of that. So I wouldn't say that I was bisexual, but for, like, the first time ever, I was really, really attracted to this woman. And I realized I was attracted to her because when she was talking about something, she, like, mentioned, like, her ex-girlfriend. Like, I had posted something on Facebook, and she was like, oh, my ex-girlfriend's black, blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, I was so excited.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even explain it. It's not the same way that I'm attracted to men.
Right.
It was just like, oh my God, she likes girls. This is the best.
Yeah.
Which is weird because, for me, it's weird. Okay, it's not weird, but for me, it's different.
Yeah. It's unexpected almost.
Because I've never been...
You never felt that way before.
I've never felt that way before.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
But she's absolutely gorgeous. But immediately after, like, having that feeling of elation, I was like, oh my fucking God, like, how is my family going... If I were to move, like... Forward with anything like this. And I'm not, because, like, she lives in a completely different country. But if she hadn't... would I have, like, tried to, like, and, like, what would I say? And so I think it's really important that we do use that voice. Like, we have our voices, but, bringing those people on and talking about how games might affect them. Because games are trying to be more inclusive. They still have a long way to go.
Of course.
But they are trying to be more inclusive, and I really like that.
Yeah.
So.
This medium has such a unique opportunity to not only host different voices and different opinions and different ideas, but to let you physically experience those opinions and voices firsthand.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I like video games so much. It's one thing to watch a movie and kind of have a passive experience of learning, but to actually go through and be in control of someone's life and experience.
Yeah.
It's
a completely different feeling. Yeah.
So I really hope that we get to have those different kinds of voice and experiences, because that's such a unique learning opportunity.
Well, I definitely want to bring James back.
Yeah, we will for sure.
He's gay.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we will for sure.
I don't know why I said it like that. It's funny because James is also my ex-boyfriend. So it's like, it's a whole, like, wonderful family thing we have going.
Yeah, and, like, that's what I mean, especially, like, going forward now that we're also getting more comfortable with podcasting online, and we're only going to get more podcasting remotely, and we're only going to get better with it because now we have to switch.
Yeah.
So like, it's like to find these opportunities, like, it's going to be great, and like, and that's what I mean. Like, the other thing too is, like, something that I really want to happen in the future is for all of us to have these episodes to ourselves at some point. So, like, if you want to have a one-on-one podcast, Destiny, with James, you know what I mean? Or, like, if you want to have a one-on-one podcast with your mom and stuff, right? Like, this has become our thing so much that, like, these conversations are important, right? But at the same time, Darren and I, coming from an incredible place of privilege, don't have to be a part of them every time. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be our voices all the time. So in situations where...
I want you to be here, though. I think it's important for you to be here because you'll ask questions that I wouldn't ask. Because I can't really see it from your point of view. So even if you're not, like, hosting it, I still think it's important that you're here and not just listening, but being also engaged in the conversation so you can ask questions.
Yeah. I just mean, like, to have one-off episodes like that in the future,
I'd like to grow.
Yeah, like
like you can host something.
Yeah.
And
I want to be there when your mom is on. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think we would have to have you there. There's no way.
Oh, of course.
I want to be there when
your mom was just the first person that came to mind.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So, like, but, like, just to have, like, different pieces of this and different, like, and just different pieces, right?
Yeah.
Where we're like, where we have, like, those, like, little sections.
And even
grow.
Exactly.
And I also have, like, dreams of hopefully at some point branching off into, like, video content, like, not just Let's Plays, but also other kinds of video content. Maybe we have different kinds of things that we want to do.
Yeah.
You can also talk about your D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, I think that there's so much stuff that we can do. There's
Exactly.
so many places that we
And I
can
feel
grow. I'm
like-
really excited about that.
I feel like we're hitting our stride more and more.
Yeah.
So like, I'm proud of us, guys.
Yeah.
I really am.
I'm proud of us too.
And Darren, man, I'm really proud of you too.
We said it at the same time, Darren.
You guys
we're
are
just
meant
the
to be.
same person.
You're just meant to be.
Darren, this is what's gonna happen. We're not meant to be, but he's gonna end up marrying a black girl who is weirdly
It looks almost. She looks a lot like me.
attitude and everything just like me, and I'm gonna marry a white guy who looks weirdly almost everything
Like
is like Darren. That's what's gonna happen.
And
And then like we're gonna meet each other's like spouses and I'll be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen.
And then there'll be a day in the rain where we were supposed to meet our significant others.
And we meet each other.
And we meet each other.
And then we divorce them.
Yeah.
Oh wow, this is a whole like
Yeah.
movie. Keanu Reeves
I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be sitting there
please.
with popcorn the entire time. I'm so excited to witness all this.
Oh my God.
But no, Darren, dude, you've grown a lot on this podcast too, and you've grown a lot over the course of the last year.
Thank you.
And it's like I'm super proud of you because like I could never have done this without you either. You know what I mean? We've had these conversations for years. We've had these long ass ridiculous conversations about everything and anything for God knows how long.
Let's just put a microphone. Let's introduce a microphone into our relationship.
Let's make other people listen to this shit,
That's so kinky, Matt.
right? And so thank you, man. Like I could never have done this without you either.
Well, thanks. I am just so grateful to be part of this conversation. I am just elated.
Sounding real corny right now,
And
bruh.
God damn it!
But I get
I
it.
default to corniness when I don't know how to process my own emotions.
I have these positive feelings. I'm used to being negative all the time. There's positivity. What do?
I don't know how to handle being happy.
Am I hyped?
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. So you've also
Yeah.
prepared.
And actually, this is a perfect moment because we're talking about how much we love each other
Oh.
and how much we've become the same
Gonna
people.
divulge into something dirty.
So I've got a game to play
Okay, let's do it.
that is another little extra trivia boost that involves us trying to talk for each other.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So I'm going to ask some questions that are, again, so we didn't do the normal weird questions. So
Right.
I've got some questions like that, but I want us to try and predict what other people are going to say or answer a question about someone else.
Okay.
Deal.
So,
Like that. What is that? The newlyweds game? Kind of like that. Where like they ask.
called?
You
Where
know what
they
I'm
answer
talking-
for each other?
Yeah.
yeah, like that.
Kind of. All right. Let's do it.
So, I got 8 questions if we have time. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So, for both, well, this is a question for everyone. Would you rather be forced to play a new game you hate? So it's not a game it's like no other game. It's a brand new game. You hate it. Forced to play it every single day for a month. Or, and that'd be the only game you're allowed to play, or play a brand new game you love and only be allowed to play it for 3 days with the knowledge you will not be able to finish it.
The first one.
Well, we're supposed to answer for...
Oh, who am I answering for?
Well, it's like, what do you think Matt would say? What do you think I would say?
The first one.
I think.
He loves Persona 5 so much. I can't see him playing a game he would love for 3 days and never be able to complete. Like, that would fucking get under his skin
That's
so
true.
bad.
I think... Well, then again, Matt also likes to play a lot of games and just drop them.
But that's because he doesn't like them.
That's true. How much... I think for Matt, definitely, I think... Yeah, the first one probably.
Yeah, I think you would play a game every day that you hated because he didn't say for how long you had to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would definitely do the first because, like, for me, I have a huge problem with not being able to finish things. Like, even with TV shows and stuff, I'll be like, let's get to the end. Senna's like, I'm not watching the last episode. I'm like, fuck you, yes we are.
Yeah.
I think Darren would do the first one too. Because with how much you love stories, I can't see you not finishing one. And for D, yeah.
This is an interesting one.
I think for you, D, you don't... I mean, when you play a game, you don't play... Like, I feel like you don't dabble... Well, this is the thing. You do dabble. You dabble a lot. But you don't really, like, if you don't finish a game, you're always like, I'll just watch it on YouTube or something like that. So I think you'd probably actually pick, well, I think you just said your answer already. I was going to say you pick the second one because you'd rather just, like, play something to pass the time.
Yeah, I would pick the second one.
Yeah, because you'd rather just play something to pass the time.
Yeah.
And if you find something you like, you're like, well, I'll just
I'll just watch that. That's exactly what I was going to say. Because I think you being forced to do something you don't like for a month
would drive me fucking
you'd
insane.
fucking destroy something.
Yeah.
All right, next one.
And and you were right to pick me. I'm a completionist. So this one's actually guided. So we're Destiny. You and me have to work together to picture Matt.
Okay.
Would Matt rather have a brand new Mega Man game come out or a brand new Tony Hawk game come out? And both of them are going to be fantastic. Like, either of them would be good.
Tony Hawk.
You think Tony Hawk?
Yeah, the skateboard one. Because he used to be a skater, and he was talking about how excited he was that there was going to be a new skating game. And I was like, what? And he's like, I used to do that. I was like, okay.
I think so, too. I think Matt would love to live through the nostalgia of his Tony Hawk yesteryears. But I also do know how much he loves the Mega Man series. The Mega Man Battle Network series was part of his childhood, too.
He's never talked about the Mega Man Battle Network series, even if he loved it. He's never talked about it with me here. So I was actually surprised you even brought up Mega Man. I love Mega Man because he's like a knockoff of Astro Boy. Anyways.
But no, I think you're right, though, with Tony Hawk. Although, let's see if Matt will surprise us. What do you think, Matt?
For me, if there was a new Battle Network coming, I'd lose my shit. I would lose my shit. I'm super amped for Tony Hawk. Like, I really, really am. I'm just worried that, like, playing it, if it's going to capture me the same way that it did when I was young, right?
Right. Even if it was a good game.
Even if it was a good game.
You'd just be like, maybe it's not for me. But
exactly.
Grown past
but
it.
Battle Network is such an RPG that I'm like... So that's why, like, mainline Mega Man, I don't play mainline Mega Man. Battle Network, and there are rumors that they might bring a collection next year.
Oh my god, really?
I'd fucking freak. But yeah, for me, it would most definitely, it would be a Battle Network. I'm super excited for Tony Hawk, and I love that game to death. But I'm just nervous that, like, playing it, I'm going to be like, what if it's just not what I enjoy anymore? But we'll see.
All right. So I will have 4 more questions left.
Okay.
1 for Destiny, 1 for me, and then 2 more really quick roundtable ones.
Okay,
There's some
so-
more special ones.
Okay.
So for Destiny,
Yeah.
Matt,
Uh-huh.
do you think Destiny would rather play Halo for a month or Smash Bros for a month? Knowing that she hates both of these games.
I think she would play Halo over Smash Bros. Because Halo, like, should be playing probably the campaign, right? She'd be playing against, like...
So she wouldn't have to play against another person.
Exactly. And if she were playing Smash Bros, like, Smash Bros, she'd probably be playing with, like, us or something. And, like, I can just imagine her being like, I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done with this game. I'm fucking done with you. I'm fucking done with you. At least Halo is just gonna be like, fucking stupid computer, right?
She'd
Like, I
like
could-
it
Yeah.
herself.
But like,
I was definitely, like, as soon as he said that, I was like, I would play Halo over Smash Brothers.
because like multiplayer, especially in a game she doesn't like, it's like grinding teeth.
Yes.
Like she'd fucking tweak. If it's something that she's going up like that she can overcome by herself, that's one thing.
Yeah.
If she's going against other people and she hates it, game over.
Cool.
Know me pretty well.
Cool. All right. Well, for me,
Okay.
and I guess I have to preface this by saying I don't know if I've actually really talked about this too much on the podcast. So I will preface it by saying, hypothetically, I kind of like both of these things equally.
Okay.
So, do you think that I would rather live without Nintendo games or live without rhythm games? Because I'm actually a huge rhythm game fan. I played the shit out of Guitar Hero, and
I'll let you answer this one first, because I think I know.
Rhythm game.
I'd agree. I think that Nintendo has more games that you're excited about more often, and rhythm games are so few and far between, especially the good ones, that I feel like
I think you'd get tired of rhythm games if that's all you played.
I think you love Guitar Hero and you love that shit very much, but I feel like to lose out on all of Nintendo, which would be Mario, which would be Smash Bros, which would be everything.
Anything else
Zelda,
they came out
right?
with.
Yeah, like I feel like that would be a bigger blow than to lose rhythm games. And like, sure, you lose rhythm games, you can't play them anymore, but that doesn't take away music and stuff. Taking away Nintendo, like there's no replacement for it.
Yeah, it would be a hard one, but like I actually use rhythm games a lot. Like my go-to game for like to take care of myself if I want to just like turn off my brain, like had a bad
It's not
day.
Cookie Clicker?
Number 2 way to shut off my brain would be rhythm games. But yeah, I guess oh god, I can't picture living without them, but yeah, it would have to be rhythm games because Nintendo just does like a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
What if like there was like a rhythm type game within a Nintendo game though? Because don't they do that sometimes?
I guess as part of my rules, I would have to say like
no,
those were removed
can't.
too.
Oh, okay.
Like no rhythm games
At all.
But
Okay.
still, I guess I would still have to pick that. Okay. How long do you think we would all survive in a Fortnite battle royale?
Oh no, I would die immediately.
Like
If we were in
if
oh,
I
like
game,
real people?
Yeah.
if I jumped out the plane,
if you jumped out the plane, if you were in the game, how long would we survive?
I am definitely a hider until everybody else dies.
Which would make you survive a long time.
Yes, and that is what I would do. That's what I do when I play the game anyway.
I think
I was gonna say you would hole up very quickly.
Yes, I would.
Yeah. And then like
if we were a team, you'd be gone. You're like,
No,
where'd
I
you
would
go?
tell you guys, like, let's go do this, and I'd be like, nah.
we'd let land.
I would give you a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Darren, I think you would last quite a while as well.
Really?
You're very risk aversive, generally speaking. So I feel like if it was something that like
I would also have
You would
behind
always send Matt out, like, yo, we're hungry. Matt's like, I got this.
like you guys would be like, you see that tree? We'll be in it.
Yeah. I think you're right, and Matt, I think you would probably die first because you would be so nice trying to take care of us.
You would.
And you'd be putting in
Also,
so much
he
effort
would
to
be
be
like,
point.
guys, we can do this.
Yeah.
I know we can do this. And me and you would be like, no, we can't do it.
And your optimism and your passion would get you killed.
Yeah.
So I would either we'd either win it or I'd die.
Yes.
Or he would get us killed by trying to help somebody else out.
Yeah. Like this person, they just need some ammo. Let's just give it to them.
give it to them. And then they fucking shoot up in the tree. And Matt's like, what the fuck? And then Matt would shoot him and he would be the only one alive because we just got killed.
And for my last question, this is a little bit of a deeper question. If we could design a perfect video game for each other, what would be in that game?
So Darren's game would be a cookie clicker rhythm game.
You're not wrong.
Where if you do the rhythm parts well enough, you'll generate more cookies more quickly. The cookies would then take you to different Disney-themed worlds.
Oh, I got my game for you.
And you'd ultimately have some really deep cookie clicker lore
Nice.
on a Chinese app store game only available in China.
With collectibles.
With collectibles.
That sounds fun. I would play that.
I think Matt would play, and because we've been talking about like Tony Stark and Mega Man and
You mean Tony Hawk?
Tony, yeah, that's who I meant. Tony Hawk.
But Tony Stark too.
Yep, Tony Stark too. So I think you would play a game that had all the cool stories and outlines of like a Persona game, but you get to fight a bunch of mini bosses and your character gets to upgrade their weapons like in Mega Man. And to travel around, you had to travel around on a skateboard.
Yes. And all the characters you talk to, you can date them.
Yes.
Oh my god, I want this game.
It would be dope as fuck, right? I mean, like, I think I would want to play this game.
Yeah. And
What do you think for Destiny's game?
for
Oh my
Destiny,
God, I'm scared.
well, first of all, it has to have like a gorgeous art style.
Yes.
Like the
Yeah.
art has to be like fucking bomb. Like,
Yeah.
look at it and like either beautiful watercolors or some kind of like unique visual hook. It's
Yeah.
not going to be a normal looking game.
Yeah. The protagonist has to be female and black, and you have to be able to date all of the men, and they all have to have thick eyebrows,
Yes. Jason Momoa brows.
Jason Momoa brows.
And every day you have to keep track of your hunger. You have to keep track of your
like that
stats.
stuff.
And there will be some survival mechanics. You can bring your husbandos with you
Yeah.
to like, and each of them have different
And-
perks to help you with survival.
And the best, yeah, you can have more than one. And the best part is, you can play the game without ever talking to anyone if you wanted to.
That's dope as fuck. You guys, you don't understand. There's a mod for Minecraft where you can collect boyfriends and then just send them out and fight for
Oh
you.
my god!
I fucking love that mod.
That sounds amazing.
Perfect.
Perfect. Darren, those are some great questions.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So we have one last thing that we didn't tell Destiny about that we're doing on this podcast to
we're
celebrate
playing
50.
that sex game.
As a little anniversary,
As a little anniversary.
when I started Lover or a Fighter the first time, I went through every single fighting game character in Pornstar that I prepared. Except
That you
for
personally knew.
that I prepared that, but I did not go through 5. I have 5 remaining, and I am clean out of characters.
Okay.
And this game will never come back.
Okay. I hate this game.
Are you ready for the
The last.
the maybe a lot, but
We'll see.
for now,
We'll see for now.
the
The
last
return.
The return
And the...
Lover or a Fighter with a Vengeance.
Ooh. Okay.
So,
Okay.
Alright.
for those of you who don't remember, the way this works is I'm going to say a character. It's either a fighting game character or a porn star, and Matt and Destiny have to guess if it's a fighting game character or a porn star.
I am undefeated in this game.
God.
Undefeated.
He's a pervert.
I'm undefeated in this game
So,
because of my deduction ability.
No.
I'm like Batman when it comes to porn stars and fighting game characters.
God.
are you both ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Number 1, Bo Rodeo Montana.
That's just one name, right?
That's one person. Bo Rodeo Montana. Is that a lover or a fighter?
Lover. What should
Okay.
be some fucking weird character in a game?
Bo Rodeo Montana.
Destiny said lover. My gut is also telling me lover.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go lover with you.
Okay.
Okay, number 2.
Martial law. Martial law.
Why would that be in a porn? But why would they put that in a game? Martial law is like nothing to joke about.
I think it's a fighter. I'm gonna say fighter.
Okay, I would say fighter too, actually.
Okay.
Prince Yashua.
Game.
Prince Yashua.
I'm gonna say game.
Okay, Destiny's saying fighter.
What should be some weird?
I'm gonna say
fucking
lover.
Lover.
I'm
From,
gonna say
like,
lover.
Some weird
We have
Asian.
we have
being.
only 5, and we've been the same for 2. And I'm gonna go lover on Prince Joshua. I feel like Prince slays.
I've never been happier when I found out that fighting game character names and porn star names sound so similar.
It's crazy.
I don't know. It's weird. Number 4, Axel Lowe.
Lover.
Axel Lowe. These are hard ones. I think I have the hardest ones to last.
Is definitely a name in games.
For sure.
It's also a name in real life, too.
Oh, Axel, you're so dumb.
Axel
I'm
Lowe.
gonna say fighter.
And the last one.
For the foreseeable future.
Damn, I feel like I should have said fighter too on Axel Lowe.
Do you want to change your mind?
No, it's too late. Move
Okay.
on.
You win!
Yeah, we're on number 5.
Oh, okay, fine.
Brick Danger. Brick Danger.
I'm going to say. I'm going to say lover. I feel like this is one of those ones that you're making it sound like.
Can you say it in another way?
Brick Danger.
One more different way.
Brick Danger.
I don't know.
Brick Danger.
Oh, Brick.
Brick. Love me,
Sounds
Brick.
like something a girl would say during sex.
Well, to be fair, they don't really say their names.
They're not Pokemon.
See, this is what I don't watch porn. I don't know these things.
Brick Danger.
Brick Danger.
Brick Danger.
I'm Brick. Brick Danger.
All right, dude, come on.
I don't know.
Pick one.
2.
Tell Brick a number. Tell Brick name.
Yeah.
Is that lover?
The game is called what?
Lover or a fighter.
Fighter. Okay. All right.
Me Brick. Me love Brick.
So, Darren, number 1 was Bo Rodeo Montana. We both said lover.
Bo Rodeo Montana is a fighter from
Damn it.
Tekken.
Damn it. Okay. So we're
I thought he was from Montana.
hangs out with Axel.
Now, if it was Bo Rodeo Mantana,
Is that really one?
no, I don't know.
Oh, God damn it. That would be good.
That was what I was saying.
Okay, Darren, number 2 is martial law.
Marsh.
We both said fighter.
It is a fighter.
Okay.
Also from Tekken.
So 1 apiece.
Japanese people.
I told you.
3 was Prince Yashua. I said lover. Destiny said fighter.
Prince Yashua is a lover.
Yes.
Prince Yashua.
Yes. Number 4 was Axel Lowe. I said fighter. Destiny said lover.
Axel Lowe is a fighter.
Yes. Number 5 was Brick Danger. I said lover. Destiny said fighter.
Brick Danger is a lover.
Oh my God.
That's the game.
I remain undefeated. I am the best lover or fighter connoisseur out there. I love and I fight. I fight and I love. Destiny, good game.
Don't touch me.
And we'll put this game to bed for a little while until we surprise you with it again.
I hate this game. I'm so bad at it. I'm bad at it. Because I'm thinking those don't sound like sexy names.
No. They're not.
They're
In all
not.
fairness, they're absolutely not.
So I can't connect them to, porn. But then again, I don't watch porn, so I don't know what porn star names look like.
They sound like Brick Danger.
Was that a porn star name?
That was
Why? Why would you name yourself Brick Danger?
me Brick. Me Brick hard,
So his
Hard
dick
brick.
is hard as a brick?
maybe.
I guess so.
And it's dangerous.
There we go. We figured it out. Slewed that one out. All right, guys. That brings us to the end of the show. We are running at a crisp 123. This is a little bit longer than what we normally
But not
do.
130.
But it's because this was a special one for us. And
It was
our
a
last.
special one.
So
Now we get to go eat.
now we get to go eat. Darren, thank you in person one last time for the next little while.
Stroke his cheek, Darren.
Stroke my cheek.
I'm currently fondling his ear.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Just
awesome.
my earlobe is anything. Yeah, I'm sweaty, boy.
Yeah, you're real sweaty. I regret touching you.
Yeah, it's warm in here.
I regret that immediately.
Oh my god. Oh shit, his face was like, oh.
Bask in that, motherfucker.
Wash my hands after this.
Lick them first. Thank you, Darren, for all these wonderful memories and to very, very, very many, many more.
Yeah, they will not stop.
They will not stop. It's just that you're going to be... I'm very curious to see what you're going to sound like at 6 or 7 in the morning when we're going to be doing these things.
I'm going to sound like, oh, but just a little tinnier.
Oh, okay.
There'll be some static.
Darren, I'm gonna miss not seeing you sitting across from me because you always sit across from me.
I know.
I can stare deeply into your eyes.
Ooh, I'm full of shit. There's really nothing there. But I will definitely miss you. And you know what? A shout out to everybody who's listened
Yeah.
from the first up to 50.
Yep.
Anyone
Like,
who's listened to
Thank
any
you
of our
so
episodes.
much, and for all of your input, and for all of the love, and for sharing our stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said it like that, but thank you.
Thank you for supporting us. As you can hear, I hope you could tell that this podcast means a lot to us.
It does.
Yeah.
And we love putting it out there for you guys. So if at any point over the last 50 episodes, something that we have said, if it's helped you feel a bit better, if it's given you something to think about, if it's if me basking and winning Lover or Fighter,
Hey.
if that has helped bring a bit of joy to your life, or if you want to challenge me, bring it on.
Please challenge him. I need somebody to fucking beat him, because I can't.
I have to do more research then.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's not like you don't enjoy it.
Hey, I have you know that my research for this was a clinical process. No videos were watched once the entire time. I just
But you
Googled
saved the names.
They were watched.
Googled names.
They were watched multiple times, not just once.
Just once. Not just once.
They were watched 3 or 4 times.
Just
went
to
to-
make sure that they were actually porn.
Yeah.
I went to Wikipedia.
Then you should know why he names himself Brick Danger.
I don't know. It was like
Lying
listed.
to all of our fans.
Seriously, guys, thank you so much. Please continue to support us. Please like, subscribe, share, get the shit everywhere so we can have more fun conversations with a whole cast of people
Whole slew of new people.
all around the world.
All around the world.
Destiny,
Yeah.
anything left to say?
I burped. I'm sorry.
I'll take that. Darren, anything left to say?
No.
We're at the end.
Thank you so much.
Darren, say bye.
Bye.
Destiny, say bye.
Bye-bye.
We'll catch you guys next week with all the love in the world. Peace out. Okay, everyone, thanks again for tuning in to the first episode of the Burnout Biter podcast. Destiny, Darren, thank you for joining me on this wild ride. We'll be on all the podcast services as soon as we can be. I will keep you guys updated as we go. Please continue to check us out over the coming weeks and months and hopefully years. Knock on Darren's head. And
It's hard.
There's nothing in there.
I really am proud of what we're doing here, and I think it could be turned into something really, really cool. Thanks again for listening. We love you guys. Darren, say goodbye.
Bye.
Dusty, say goodbye.
Sayonara.
Thanks again, and we'll see you next week.
Was that too
Bye.